In our last two videos, we discussed Transfer Pricing Regulation 2018 and explained why transfer pricing compliance is crucial for taxpayers as it ensures that transactions with related parties are conducted at arm's length. Failure to comply with transfer pricing regulations can lead to tax adjustments, penalties, and audits by tax authorities. The steps necessary to ensure compliance include conducting a thorough functional analysis of related party transactions, selecting appropriate transfer pricing methods, and documenting the analysis and justification for the choosing methods. We also discussed the four components of the Income Tax Transfer Pricing Regulation 2018. In today's video, we will be exploring the role of taxpayers in transfer pricing audits, the role of tax professionals in transfer pricing compliance, and the role of Federal Inland Revenue Service in enforcing transfer pricing regulations.
Hi, my name is Olatunji Abdulrazak. I am the founder and CEO of TaxMobile.online. Welcome to my YouTube channel, A Stitch in Tax Saves Cash. This channel is dedicated to helping you stay on top of your taxes. We will provide you with tips and strategies to help you keep more money in your pockets and minimize your tax liability while you stay in compliance with tax laws. So, if you want to start taking control of your finances from today, hit the subscribe button below and click the notification bells to stay updated on our latest videos.
Let's start with the role of taxpayers in transfer pricing audit. During transfer pricing audits conducted by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, taxpayers should cooperate with FIRS by providing access to relevant information, documentation, and personnel. This includes sharing transfer pricing documentation, financial records, agreements, and any other data requested by the auditor. Taxpayers must also be prepared to explain and justify their transfer pricing practices, methods, and documentation to the tax authorities. If the FIRS proposes adjustment to the transfer prices, taxpayers should carefully review and address these proposals by providing additional information or challenge the adjustments through the appropriate channels. For example, if a Nigerian multinational corporation undergoes a transfer pricing audit and the FIRS questions the transfer prices for intercompany services, the taxpayer should be ready to demonstrate how the transfer prices were determined, provide comparability analysis, and address any concerns raised by the auditor. Now, let's examine the role of tax professionals in transfer pricing compliance. Tax professionals play a crucial role in ensuring that related party transactions comply with transfer pricing regulations and tax laws. Their expertise guides taxpayers through complex regulation, aiding in the selection of appropriate transfer pricing methods and the preparation of necessary documentation. Tax professionals should also possess deep knowledge spanning tax laws, accounting principles, and international regulations, with which they analyze related party transactions to ensure arm's length pricing. They also conduct internal reviews to preempt compliance issues and represent taxpayers during audits, providing explanation and defending transactions arm's length nature. If tax authorities propose adjustment to the transfer prices during audits, tax professionals help taxpayers evaluate the proposed adjustments, provide information or analysis, and negotiate with tax authorities to resolve any discrepancies, with the goal of reaching a mutually acceptable outcome that aligns with the arm's length principle. Additionally, tax professionals employ advanced strategies such as negotiating advanced pricing agreements. This involves engaging with tax authorities to establish transfer prices in advance, reducing uncertainty and minimizing the risk of disputes. Providing guidance on business decisions. Tax professionals offer strategic advice to businesses, ensuring that their decisions align with transfer pricing regulations and minimize potential risks during mergers, acquisitions, and expansions into new markets. Now, let's examine some case studies. Case study 1. Negotiating advanced pricing agreements. A multinational company operating in Nigeria engages tax professionals to negotiate an advanced pricing agreement with the Federal Inland Revenue Service for its intercompany transactions. It is the duty of the tax professionals to work with the company to determine arm's length transfer prices and secure an advanced pricing agreement that provides certainty and reduces the risk of transfer pricing disputes with FIRS. Case study 2. Internal transfer pricing review. A Nigerian manufacturing company conducts an internal transfer pricing review with the assistance of tax professional to identify potential transfer pricing issues. The review reveals inconsistencies in transfer pricing documentation and pricing methodology, prompting the company to update its transfer pricing practices proactively to ensure compliance with regulations. Case study 3. Transfer pricing audit response. A Nigerian technology company undergoes a transfer pricing audit by the FIRS, and tax professionals represent the company during the audit process. The professional would provide detailed explanation of the company's transfer pricing practices, prepare additional documentation to support the arm's length nature of transactions, and successfully negotiate with the tax authorities to address proposed transfer pricing adjustments. Now, let us examine the role of Federal Inland Revenue Service in enforcing transfer pricing regulation. The Federal Inland Revenue Service plays a crucial role in enforcing transfer pricing regulations in Nigeria, ensuring that transfer pricing is conducted at arm's length to prevent profit shifting and tax avoidance. The strategies used by FIRS to ensure compliance include conducting transfer pricing audits. The Federal Inland Revenue Service conducts thorough transfer pricing audits to assess whether related party transactions comply with regulation by reviewing documentation, analyzing financial data, and evaluating transfer pricing methodologies used by taxpayers. For example, if the FIRS conducted an audit of a multinational corporation in Nigeria, which reveals inconsistencies in the pricing of transactions between the Nigerian subsidiaries and its foreign parent company, this could lead to adjustments being made to ensure compliance with transfer pricing regulation. Imposing penalties for non-compliance with transfer pricing regulations. The FIRS has the authority to impose penalties, including fines, interest charges, and adjustments to taxable income on taxpayers violating transfer pricing regulations. Collaboration with taxpayers. Collaboration between the Federal Inland Revenue Service and taxpayers is essential for ensuring effective transfer pricing compliance. Through open communication and cooperation, both parties can work together to address any issues and resolve disputes efficiently. For example, if a Nigerian firm engages in proactive dialogue with the Federal Inland Revenue Service during a transfer pricing audit, it can lead to mutual agreement on transfer pricing adjustments without resorting to costly litigation. Providing guidance and assistance to taxpayers in understanding transfer pricing regulation. The FIRS offer guidance and support to taxpayers by conducting workshops, issuing guidelines, and providing clarification on transfer pricing methodologies. For instance, if a Nigerian company is expanding its operation internationally, the Federal Inland Revenue Service can provide assistance in structuring intercompany transactions to comply with transfer pricing rules, thereby ensuring tax certainty and minimizing risks of double taxation. Working with taxpayers to resolve transfer pricing disputes. In cases where transfer pricing disputes arise, the Federal Inland Revenue Service collaborates with taxpayers through constructive discussions and negotiations to reach amicable resolutions without resorting to legal proceedings. The approaches used by Federal Inland Revenue Service in building capacity in transfer pricing include training tax administrators on transfer pricing concepts and regulations. The Federal Inland Revenue Service invests in training programs to equip tax officials with the necessary knowledge and skills to assess transfer pricing compliance and conduct audits effectively. This enhanced expertise enables tax administrators to ensure consistent enforcement of transfer pricing rules. Developing expertise in transfer pricing audits and compliance. The Federal Inland Revenue Service focuses on developing expertise in conducting transfer pricing audits and ensuring compliance with regulations by staying updated on international transfer pricing trends, best practices, and regulatory developments, enhancing collaboration with international tax authorities on transfer pricing matters. Recognizing the global nature of transfer pricing, the FIRS collaborates with other tax authorities in other jurisdictions to exchange information and best practices on transfer pricing matters. This collaboration fosters cross-border cooperation and enables more effective enforcement of transfer pricing regulations. For example, through partnership with tax authorities in other jurisdictions, the FIRS can access relevant data and insight to support transfer pricing audits and ensure consistency in assessing related party transactions. In conclusion, it is evident that the collaboration between taxpayers, tax professionals, and tax authorities is essential for ensuring transfer pricing compliance. Taxpayers cooperate with tax authorities during audits, while tax professionals provide essential guidance through complex regulations. Moreover, by investing in training and expertise, the Federal Inland Revenue Service enhances its enforcement capacity, promoting fair and transparent practices for business operations and tax administration. And there you have it. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. If you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful,
don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. Also remember to watch our previous videos.